Hi, I'm Paul Wilson, creator of the Body Swing. Here's another tip to help you with your game. If you like this tip, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when I post new tips. In this tip, I'm talking about letting the driver soul itself. So here's what I'm getting at. I see this, quite a lot, Not everyone, but a lot of people do this. So what it is, when people set up with their driver, because they've been slicing the ball for a long period of time, it's usually a slicer that does this. Well, what would you think if you were slicing? Well, if you're slicing the ball, the face is probably open, right? Pretty logical. So what am I going to do to fix it if I don't know how to fix it? Why don't I just close the face? Oh, kind of makes it go straighter. It's actually a pull or a pull hook, but yeah, it might reduce the slice spin. So what happens though when you close the face? Well, if I'm like this and I close the face, you can see that the back of the driver comes off of the ground. The club isn't even soled properly when you set up to it. You're leaning the club in. So you're like this, that would be open obviously, but if you go like that, you deloft the club and the back of the club comes off the ground. So, we've got to not put Band-Aids on stuff. Okay, a Band-Aid doesn't fix anything. It's a temporary fix. That's fine if you're going out to play or something and you were hitting it terribly, then, maybe you put a Band-Aid on it until you can work on it. But something like this is a serious problem because your golf club isn't even on the ground. You're just towing it in. So let me set up to it here and we'll do a close-up of what happens when you tow in you tow the club in. So here we are. This is how your club should sit. So the whole club, the sole plate, so this right here is the sole plate, that should be sitting flush from front to back on the ground. We don't want the back coming off the ground. All right, so let me show it to you here. So right here, the club is sitting flush. And as I do that, my hands are, with this driver, they are a little behind the ball. That's how drivers are kind of made nowadays because they want you having that feeling of swinging up at it. So they've put everyone's hands a little behind the ball. But when you soul itself, or when you allow it to soul itself, it looks like that. Now watch, if I go like this, you can see I tow the club in, the whole back of the golf club comes off the ground. Okay, I can literally go like this to people and put my hand halfway underneath the person's club because it's not even sitting on the ground. All right, so let's do it again. So this would be square and flush. Now we go like that and you can see the whole back of the club comes off the ground. Now when people do that, they might put their hands too far forward too. So you start here, but put your hands forward here. Now the back of the club comes off the ground. So into the future, what you want to do when you go to set up, okay, let's use this alignment stick like it's the ball. So I'd be setting up like this. And then I would have a very loose grip right now, very gently putting my hands on the club. So I let it soul itself from front to back. The club is sitting flush. Now I carefully put my grip on, making sure I don't move it. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. When I'm coming in like this, I'm letting the club soul itself. See, I'm holding the club on this middle finger right here. I'm not even really holding on with any kind of pressure. I let it sit, I build my setup, then I gently build my grip. And I'm very conscious of not moving that face. All right, so into the future, you know, actually a way you can even check this, just do your setup like this, okay? What you would normally do, okay? Let's say I do this, okay? All you have to do is just kind of, if you're on a harder surface, if you let go of the club would start to sole itself. So that's how you would know if you're holding the club in the wrong spot, if the back of the club's off the ground. Do it on a tiled floor or something. If you did that and then you let go, the club would go like that and sit on the ground. If your club doesn't move, then you know you're not doing it. All right, so it's just being very, very careful. We're not fixing slices by putting Band-Aids on stuff and closing the face or doing a strong grip. Okay, we're not doing that. Be very, very careful as you set up. Make sure it soles itself, then very carefully put your hands on the club, making sure you're not moving the club. Once you can do that, then we're in a lot better position and we're not making mistakes we shouldn't be making. I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. You know, I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now for over 25 years. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples. I'll send you some free samples of my book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing. So once again, head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples or click the link in or below this video and I'll send you the free samples right away.